Thank you for showing up, all of you. I really, really appreciate it. It's always fascinating to think that these live training sessions, like not even half of the people who sign up show up for the live training. I guess they figure they'll watch the recording somewhere, somehow. So I appreciate you taking the time to be here. What I want to talk to you about today, I want to go directly to it, okay? Today is November 2nd. 2021 is over. For almost for all practical purposes, it's over. You have about 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks max, to put a property under contract. They may still close this year, because as we start getting closer to the end of November, it's probably wise to consider a 45-day close. So you're running out of time to create income for 2021. You have a little bit of time, but really 2021 is over. And the exciting part about that is these last 2 months of 2021, and I want you to write this down because I want you to remember what I'm saying. They are the most important months of the year, even though the year is just about done. They're the most important ones, because I have to assume that if you are here, you are focused on achieving your goals, you're someone who has initiative, and you want to have an amazing real estate business. And these last 2 months of this year, they're gonna really dictate how you start 2022. Whether you start on track, ahead of your goals, or behind your goals, it's right now. That's what's gonna determine what's gonna happen in 2021. If you receive the email invitation for this webinar, I said, and this is a true story, when I was selling real estate every year, and it would start like sometime in October, middle to end of October, but definitely November and December, every agent in my office, and I sold real estate in a really big office. There were like over 400 agents at the time. Everybody stopped working. It was fascinating. It's like, what's going on? The agents are like, they're like, there used to be a whiteboard. There used to be 2 of them, one for new listings and one for pending sales on the wall in the office. And you would see like there was not much going on compared to every other month of the year. And the conversation around the office was just like, yeah, like people are not really listing right now because of the holidays, and there are not a lot of buyers out there because of the holidays. Agents had already sort of like, whatever, the year's over for real for them, and the intention was to just pick it up in January. I, on the other hand, I never bought into that. I'm thinking, what? There are 2 months left of the year. And I know that the listings you take in November and December, they're going to be your closed sales in January and February. So if you're not working right now, if you're not taking listings, what are you going to have in January or February? You're going to start the year behind. For you to achieve the goals you've set for 2022, what you do right now is going to dictate what's going to happen in the first quarter of the year. You want to start the year 1 quarter behind on your goals? I don't think so. And then I want you to write this question down. What would you rather have on January 1st? 10 listings or 10 buyers? What would you rather have? I think I know the answer. Is there anybody here that lost their mind and want to have 10 buyers instead of 10 listings? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Every real estate agent wants more listings. That's why you're here. So again, what you do in November and December is going to dictate how many active listings you will have on January 1st, how many pending sales you'll have on January 1st, and how many closings you're going to have in the first quarter of next year. It's right now. This is a critical time of the year. And because the mindset of most agents, the average agents out there, average agents don't show up to this kind of training here, okay? So that doesn't apply to any of you. Average agents out there, they're not working anymore. They're really slowing down. And guess what this means for you? It's going to be easier for you to actually take listings in November and December because you have fewer agents just going after them, period. Some of my clients, people that have known me for a while, have heard me say, and it is true, the month of December, for me, when I was selling real estate, was the 1 month of the year when I took the most listings of the entire year. And every year I was selling real estate, December was the most. And they're like, really? Like, are there many people listing their houses in December? Yeah. And there are very few agents going after these listings. So why was it when I took the most listings? Because this is what can happen for you. That's why I'm talking about myself, because I want to inspire you to say, whoa, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that's how it's going to work out for me. Yeah, if you actually do it, right, it will work out for you. So why did I take more listings in December? Did I work more days? No, I actually worked fewer days than the rest of the year because I stopped working on the 23rd. That was the last day that I ever called anybody. And then I was off till the end of the year. So it was a shorter month for me. Did I talk to different people? No. I mean, I think most of you know all I ever did was FSBOs and expireds. So I'm talking to FSBOs and expireds, the same thing I'm doing all year round. Am I saying anything different? I mean, there were some holiday objections, yeah, because they're like, well, I'm going to wait till next year, or no, I don't want to bother right now during the holidays. This is more of an expired objection, not a FSBO. I mean, a FSBO, they have their house for sale. What do you mean you're going to wait till next year? You're selling your house right now. So, but you know, sometimes you say, oh, I may consider an agent next month or after the new year, whatever. Before we end this today, I am going to give you my number one favorite objection handler for the holiday objection. You know, the one, because you could get a list of a bunch of different ways of handling, but there's one that makes total sense, completely logical, that people say, you know what, yeah, I want to know how that's possible. So I'll give it to you before we end this today. So the bottom line is, I know you want to have 10 listings on January 1st. It's not going to happen if you just sit and, you know, like do nothing. You're going to have to actually believe in what I'm saying. There are a ton of people. There are going to be homes listed for sale in your marketplace on December 24th, December 25th, on December 31st, on January 1st, every day, even the days when you think like, who's going to list their house on December 25th? There will be people listing their house on the 25th of December. So, and every other day, I mean, December, November, and December should, can, and will be, if you choose to do what I say, the best months of the year for you. And what a great way to start 2022. Feeling like empowered, on track, beyond on track for your goals. That's exciting. That is exciting. And guess what? You're going to have to, you choose. Okay? Nothing is really like happening to you. Okay? What the results that you're going to experience in the next 2 months, they're in direct relationship to the choices that you make. Do you get that? Nobody's choosing for you. Nobody's like, your back is not against the wall. You choose what you do, what you think, what you put in your mind, the actions you take, what you say to people, your energy, your attitude. It's all your choice. And that's what's going to determine where you're going to be on January 1st. So when it comes to mindset, mindset is huge. What's mindset? It's your habitual mental pattern. Okay. Like this, what's that broken record in your head? What is it saying? What is it saying? What is it saying? That's your mindset. It's huge. It's huge. Because when you have the right story going on in your head, it's easy to take action, to have the initiative. It's easy. It's when your you're listening to negative people. One of my clients posted a comment recently. I can't remember verbatim. I was thinking about it a while back, and I mean, I could find it. I would just have to dig a little to find it. But he said he was watching a lesson, because in the SalesX platform, which is my training company, on Fridays, every Friday, there's a new lesson on how to strengthen your mindset. So he made a comment like, this is a sea, the platform itself, a sea of positivity in a desert of negativity. And I'm like, wow, I'm flattered to hear that, right? Because the truth is, most human beings are being bombarded by negativity, negative people, negative news, negative, can do, it's hard, it's not working. And we are, as human beings, we are influenced by that. It's called normal. And then we got to deal with in addition to the negative stuff that we're just being thrown at us, basically, which we need to control that, okay? People attempt to throw garbage at us, but we choose whether we allow that to happen or not, and we got to make better choices. So in addition to that negative stuff that's being thrown at us, we also have to deal with the own negative stuff in our own heads. So really, for you to have the best 2 months of the year for you right now, you're going to have to control what's going on in your head, what you are allowing, who you hang out with, what are you listening to, what are you watching, what are you putting in your head. So write down affirmations. Affirmations is just what you keep repeating to yourself over and over and over. Like some people say, well, yeah, I don't believe in affirmations. That's an affirmation. You keep saying to yourself, oh, I don't believe that. That's not going to work for me. Oh, I don't like that. Those are all affirmations. They're just negative affirmations. So here's some positive affirmations, because how do you create a new belief? A new belief is created by repetition. You repeat something to yourself over and 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 over. You end up believing it. And that's what affirmations do. So I wrote down 5 that I'd like you to adopt. Okay. I am a doer. I am a doer. You know what the opposite of that is, right? A procrastinator. We don't even want to go there. I am a doer. I set 1 listing appointment every day. I set 1 listing appointment every day. I take 2 well-priced listings per week. Woo, what a great affirmation. I am a powerful listing machine. And the last one, I am responsible for my results. As you are, nobody else is, you are. And in addition to the repetition of positive affirmations, which put an alarm, set an alarm on your phone every hour on the hour. I have that every hour on the hour. I mean, I turn it off sometimes because I'm working, I'm doing training. I can't just have my alarm going off, but I have it every hour on the hour. And when it goes off, stop wherever you are and repeat these affirmations to yourself 3, 4, 5 times, all 5 on a loop. And that's a good habit. It's a great start every hour on the hour. Why is this so important? Because you cannot accomplish something that you don't believe to be true about yourself. It's impossible. Like how am I going to take 2 well-priced listings per week if I don't believe I can? It's whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way you're right. So without the belief, it's not going to happen, because your subconscious mind is not moving in the direction that your conscious mind is saying you want to go. So You're in continuous conflict with yourself. You're saying you desire to do this, you're gonna do this, but your subconscious might say, no, you can't do that. No, I want to do it. No, you can't do that. So you're like it's a nightmare. What a horrible way to live. So you got to get your subconscious mind to believe the things that you say you want to achieve so you could actually have it happen. Okay. Visualizations. I'm really big on that. You know, take these affirmations, close your eyes for 2 minutes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Which one was the fourth one again?
The fourth
Jackie,
one.
can you please repeat them all one more time?
Okay, all one more time. Okay, first one.
Thank you.
I am a doer. Second one, I set one listing appointment per day. I take 2 well-priced listings per week. I am a powerful listing machine. And the last one, I am responsible for my results. Yay. So
Thank you.
visualizations. Take these affirmations, read them to yourself, and then close your eyes for 30 seconds and create a mental picture of it happening, like the actual finished product of this affirmation. See it happening, okay? Finished. Take a couple of minutes. Who doesn't have a couple of minutes a day? This is one of the most important things you can do in your life is changing your beliefs. Because like I said, without changing your belief, nothing's going to change. Read a few pages of a great book every day. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I am obsessed. I have some books that I'm literally obsessed with. Oh, I don't have the time. No, you don't have the time not to do it. That's why you don't have the time not to do it. Okay? Watch some videos that empower you, that motivate you, that inspire you. All over YouTube, wherever. I mean, some of you are members of my training. There's tons of it there, okay? But there's other places where you will find videos to watch 1 or 2, 5, 10 minutes, whatever it is, okay? Every single day. Audiobooks. I said read a few pages of a great book. Audiobooks. Listening to audiobooks is a great thing for you to do. I have audiobooks on a loop continuously. I listen to it all the time, all day, like 24/7. Okay, you should be doing that too. And be careful who you're spending time with. The people you're hanging out with, you gotta find a way, okay, you have to surround yourself with positive people. I know it's not easy. Sometimes there are negative people around us and, you know, it's hard to get rid of because it's like close family. They live in your house. I don't know. I understand the predicament in that situation. You got to manage that, okay? You got to figure out how to manage that because otherwise this whole process of strengthening your mindset is going to be a lot harder than it needs to be. Now, I want to talk to you about so from a mindset perspective, right? This is what you need to be doing so that you can have November and December be the best months of the year for you. What about your schedule? What should you be doing in November and December? So I want you to write this down. There are 2 types of activities in real estate. There are activities that make you money. I call them income producing activities. And then there are other activities that are income servicing. Okay, that's it. Those are the 2. Some of you have heard of the 80-20 rule, the 80-20 principle. Spend 80% of your time every day, Monday through Friday, on income producing activities. 80% on income producing activities. How do you know if what the activity you're involved in is income producing? Ask this question. Is what I am doing right now going to get me a listing today? Is this activity, what I'm doing right now, gonna get me a listing today? If the answer is no, guess what? It's not income producing, income servicing. And hey, you got 20% of your day for income servicing. You can still do those, and you're gonna have to until you are selling 30 homes a year, 35, and you can hire an assistant. You gotta do the income servicing too. You can have a transaction coordinator. You know, there's certain things you can do. You have to figure this out. Okay. Now write this down. Stop overthinking, over analyzing, and looking for an easy way. I just want to find an easy way. You know, I don't want to work hard. I don't want to work hard. Well, you don't have to work hard. You do whatever you want. But if you want to make millions of dollars selling real estate, it is hard work. Even if you want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars selling real estate, it's possible. It's all going to depend on your average price. If you're in California selling $1 million and $2-3 million homes, well, you know, it's easy to make a lot of money selling a few homes, but for most agents, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it's hard work, period. If you want to sell hundreds of homes, it is hard work. Now, I know not every single one of you want to do that, and that's okay. I respect that. And it's not so much how many homes you sell, how much money you make. It's really being the best at what you do. That's what is exciting. Being the best agent, being the best human being, because you transform your entire life when you take on becoming the best at anything. Because you're going to have to work on yourself. You're going to have to change the way you think. You're going to have to develop new habits. New ways of thinking. It's just exciting. There's nothing exciting about being average. I'm not even going to ask the question, okay? What's exciting? I'm just average. Yeah, no. Have a sense of urgency. You know, remember the affirmation, I am a doer. It requires a sense of urgency, not always like tomorrow, you know, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start on Monday. It's never now. It's always sometime, not now, as long as it's not now, okay? And you gotta have a sense of urgency to take listings, because listings are somebody's gonna take these listings. Can anybody tell me why it shouldn't be you taking them? Whatever, however many properties are being listed. Listen, there's enough in your marketplace for every agent who desires to take. Imagine if you take 2 listings a week, every week between now and the end of the year. Wow. Is that possible? I mean, I don't know where you're at, how long you've been in real estate, what you're doing, what you're saying, what script you're using. I have no clue. But is it possible for you if you actually start doing what I say and thinking the way that I'm asking you to think and doing the things I'm asking you to do? Oh, absolutely 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. There is zero. You may have doubt in your mind. I have none. So this is a great analogy here, you know, with this overthinking and overanalyzing, like disease that some people have. I was speaking with a friend of mine a couple of months ago, and she said, I thought it was such a great analogy. She said, you know, if your house is on fire, the firemen arrive and they don't ask you, oh, can you tell me, how do you think the fire started and where do you think started? No, they put out the fire. Once the fire's out, then they go figure out how it started and what happened. They don't care how it started. Okay. And so I want you to have that sense of urgency. Like, your house is on fire. You got to make money. You have to take listings, and it's right now. Let's go get it done. And then, you know, we learn as we go. We learn as we go. Instead of, you know, once I have it all figured out, then I'll start. Yeah, no, you're never going to have it all figured out. All the stars, you know, well, I got some issues and challenges and problems in my life that I'm dealing with. Who doesn't? Okay. Like, do you think I have nothing to do? This is all I show up and I do. Like, I got nothing going on in my life. I have no other priorities. No, I do. And everybody's got stuff they have to, either they have to or they choose to. I don't have to do anything. I choose what I do with my time and what I do with my life. And guess what? There are things that I choose to do that are unrelated to work that I choose to do. Personal things and whatever. Everybody has that. If you're going to wait until there's nothing going on and all you have to do is focus on taking listings, guess when that's going to happen? Never. All the stars are never going to be all aligned. This is the excitement and the beauty of life. Yeah, it's exciting. Okay, good. So let's talk about your daily schedule. I'm going to tell you what your daily schedule should be, and then I'm going to give you my favorite holiday objection, and then I'll give you like 5 minutes if you have any questions, and that's it. Okay, so daily schedule. 7:15 a.m. You're going to spend 30 minutes from 7:15 until 7:45. And you are going to work on your mindset, reading books, watching videos, audio books, doing affirmations, doing visualizations, whatever it is to strengthen your mindset. From 7:45 until 8:15, you're going to work on your skills. You're going to chant scripts. You're going to write scripts. You're going to role play. You're going to warm up, so that you're ready to actually talk to people and go find somebody that wants to sell their house so you can go list it. So you're going to spend from 7:45 to 8:15. From 8:15 until, I would say, probably you need maybe half an hour for this, 30 minutes, so you can get your phone numbers ready, your lists, who you're going to call, sorting, you know, I mean, most of you, if you're serious about what you're doing here, you should be paying for a service that provides you phone numbers easily at your fingertips. If you have leads you're going to follow up on today, you know, just getting organized, getting your numbers ready, no more than 30 minutes. I'm giving you way too much time for that, okay? And let me see. You should be spending about 15 minutes listening to great role plays, great listening to like skills-based stuff. There's a ton of it in my training platform. I mean, there's almost 350 lessons there, live role plays that I do with clients all the time. If you're a member, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a member, you should become a member. But if you're not going to become a member, on my YouTube channel, just YouTube Jackie Kravitz, go there. There's a lot of stuff there. It's not the same training, but there's a lot of stuff there that will be helpful for you. And you should be listening to some of that until 9 a.m. 9 a.m., time to find people that want to sell their house. So you could set an appointment and go list it. I mean, I refer to that as prospecting. The word to prospect means to look for. That's what you're doing. You're looking for people who want to sell. You can call, you can door knock, you can do whatever you want. But from 9 a.m. until noon, that's what you need to be doing. From 12 to 1, that's your lunch time, 1 hour lunch. 1 p.m. until 1:30, you're going to follow up on your leads. 1:30 to 2:30, this is your administrative time, admin work. You got 1 hour to get it all done. And then from 2:30 till 5:30, you're going to go on listing appointments. You're going to negotiate offers and contracts if you have any. And if you don't have appointments to go on or contracts to negotiate, you're gonna continue to prospect over the phone, in person, at the door, whatever you do. You gotta go talk to people so you can find business. And that's it. That's the end of your day right there. Okay, that's the ideal schedule. And I was gonna say, notice that there's nothing on your schedule here. Well, this is when you go show properties to buyers. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. Look, buyers are, when you have a ready right now, if I show you the perfect home today, are you ready to buy? Ready, willing, able, financially able to buy right now, not a month from now, not 6 months from now, not I want to see what's for sale. No, like right now. And that's not enough. Ready, willing, and able is not enough. They need to be committed to buying from you. Committed to buying from you. They're not going to buy from anyone else, no matter what happens. This buyer is buying from you. Go sell them a house. But those are the only ones that you should put in your car and drive around and show houses to. And even when you do that with that kind of buyer, you need to work at this really effectively, because otherwise, for those of you who've been in real estate for any period of time, you know how much time you can waste with buyers that will end up never buying from you. And you don't get paid for showing houses. You don't get paid for searching the MLS. You don't get paid. You only get paid when you put a house under contract that closes. And when you take time away from the schedule that I just gave you to be working with buyers, you never get to actually do what I'm telling you to do, because it's like a rabbit hole. Okay, working with buyers is like, and then you get in the, like, this is what you've done, this is what you've always done, you don't think you could do anything different, and listings are hard. Listen, are buyers easy? Is that what you're saying? They're easier, so I'm gonna do that? No way. Okay, there is no way. When you put in the time to actually master the listing side of your real estate business, everything worthwhile takes time. It takes work. It takes dedication. It's not going to happen easily. Okay? There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. But when you put in the time and you master the listing side of it, the mindset, the skills, the habits, developing the habits of taking action, you're unstoppable. Okay? You are literally unstoppable. So now this holiday objection. I trust that by now you believe that there are a lot of listings to be taken in November and December. I mean, there are. If you don't believe there are, well, there aren't going to be any for you. They're still going to happen. It's just you're not going to be involved in that. Okay. So with the holiday objection, here's what I wrote down. First, before anything else, you have to convince yourself that there are a lot of sellers who are going to list their homes in November and December. Because if you buy into a different story, it doesn't matter what objection handler I give you. Okay? I understand how real estate agents are always looking for, what's the script? What do I say? What do I say? What is Jackie saying? How do you talk to Facebook? Tell me what to say. What's the script? Like they're obsessed with scripts. I get it. I understand. But it doesn't matter. You could have the best script ever. If you don't believe in something, that script is not going to work for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't care if it's an objection handling script, if it's a FSBO script, an expired script, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just, it's not going to work for you. Okay. So here first. So the how I handled the holiday objection when I was selling real estate, it was very simple. I help sellers understand first, when they say, I'm gonna wait till next year, I want to wait till after the holidays. You repeat and approve, Mr. Seller. I completely understand. And by the way, most of the homeowners that I'm speaking with right now, they're thinking just like you. They're thinking, I don't want to bother to have my house on the market during the holidays. I'm just gonna wait until after the new year. So I completely understand that it may have some inconveniences for you to list the property, to have the home for sale right now. And let me ask you this, Mr. Seller. Use their first name if you know it. I love using first people's name. Let me ask you this, Mr. Seller. If there was a significant advantage for you to actually list and sell your home now versus waiting until the beginning of the year, is that something that you might consider? It creates doubt, it sparks curiosity, it's easy to say yes to. Easy to say yes because I'm thinking, is that something that you might consider? I'm not saying, would you do it? Would you list? Would you? No, would you consider it? And a significant advantage. So it's not just what I'm saying, it's how I am saying it that causes people to go, take a step back, wonder what she's talking about. And then you ask for the appointment. But what if they say to you, and you want to understand the logic behind this? Well, what do you mean? What would be the advantage? You don't want to handle objections over the phone. Okay, so ideally you would say to them, Mr. Seller, that's why I'd like to meet with you for just 20 minutes so I can show you what the advantages would be for you. And then at the end of our meeting, you could decide what's best for yourself. Would you have 20 minutes for our meeting around 3 o'clock today, or would 4 be better? So you're asking for the appointment because you don't want to start, a lot of conversation over the phone, because it's not easy to actually grab their attention over the phone. So it's better if you just get the appointment and you go talk to them in person. Now, if they insist and they say, well, but I'm not sure, what do you mean? What would the advantage be? I'm going to give you the actual logic of the script. See, Mr. Seller, I mentioned to you a couple of minutes ago that a lot of homeowners right now are thinking just like you. And we see this every year. Towards the end of the year, November and December, there are a lot of fewer homes for sale in November and December than any other time of the year. And that creates a huge window of opportunity for you because you have less competition. And there are still a lot of serious buyers. Actually, the tire kickers, Mr. Seller, they're not looking at properties at this time of year. The only buyers that will come look at your home are the ones that are very serious about buying. In fact, I don't know if you're aware of this, in November of December of 2020, and you need to look these stats up in your MLS, okay? In November and December of last year, right here in our area, there were 2,500 properties that went under whatever the number is. Okay, don't quote that number. I made it up. Whatever it is that you find in your MLS, you want to use that. And then you say there were 2,500 homes that actually sold in November and December. Were you aware of that? And see, the advantage for you to actually list your home and sell it now is with all of the homeowners that are thinking about waiting until after the holidays, what we see every single year, Mr. Seller, in January, there is a flood of new listings on the market. So this limited competition that you have right now, because there's a limited supply of homes for sale in the next 2 months, that changes completely in January. Everybody who is waiting, come first, second week in January, the market is flooded with homes for sale. And as I'm sure you would agree, the more properties that are for sale, the more supply of homes, that tends to bring prices down. So again, there's a huge opportunity for you right now to get your home on the market and get it sold. So that's the logic. This is the only holiday objection I ever used. Okay. And I listed a lot of homes in November and December. So that's what I got for you today. I will give you like 5 minutes. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sure.
So outside of for sale by owners and expireds, what would you say the next 2 top listing sources in today's marketplace is?
Your past clients, your sphere of influence, the people you know. You could talk to for rent by owners, absentee owners, and then just plain just listed, just sold. Let me add one more because this is important. Your business affiliates, the people that you are referring business to on a regular basis, mortgage brokers, home inspectors, title companies, you are giving them business, they should be giving you referrals in return. I would say those are the top ones.
Yeah, I've been doing really, really well with absentees. Those are like, nobody's prospecting those right now. And I'm getting a good pipeline with those and lots coming back. So
good for you. Great to hear. Yeah, it's a great source of business. It's not every market, some markets have more of those than others, but yes, great source. By the way, older expireds too. New expireds are the best, new like today's expireds, but old expireds up to 2 years, those are good as well.
yeah, I actually, before I came on the Zoom meeting, I was prospecting older expireds.
Yeah.
I ran into a guy that's got like 3 properties. And so I'm going to shoot him over some market values and everything like that. He wants to put them on the market. So, I mean, it was pretty easy. Just caught him at the right time.
1 call, 3 houses, jackpot. That stuff happens when you're actually doing your job. So good for you.
Well, because like this morning, I mean, sometimes the expireds, like I had 1 expired in my market. So I'm in the Nashville area market, and the expireds are really like, they're kind of a hit and miss right now. And I mean, they're getting annihilated with phone calls. Like, I'm sure everybody knows that, but I mean, I think you have better chance in a way door knocking them. Like, I really kind of want to door knock them. That way I'm just like right
door
there.
knocking is great as well. It's just more time consuming because you got to be driving around, but yeah.
Yeah. And then you get off the phones. Yeah, I agree. So.
All right. Anybody else? No more questions? You guys are good? What did you learn today? Just give me a couple of like 2 or 3 things and then I'll let you go. What'd you learn today? Right here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So I was actually going to ask if we were able to get the recording on this, but then you asked that question. I kind of came in late,
Okay.
but I think I came in at a perfect time when you were going over how to handle the objection, with them not wanting to list right now because of the holidays.
Yep.
So I really love the idea of how you broke it down, just really comparing last year, market in comparison to now, to really showing them, when you come in January, all of these homes are going to start coming on the market, and then you kind of lose your leverage, of being able to get higher bids on your property. So that was major.
Great. By the way, the recording will be on my YouTube channel. So just go on YouTube, Jackie Kravitz, subscribe, click the little bell, and when the recording is uploaded, there are new videos there every day. There's about 100 of them there now, but this will be there as well. So check it out.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jackie, it's Kathy Welch. I think what I learned more importantly today is you can't accomplish it if you don't believe it. And that mindset work is so important, especially this time of year, because there are so many distractions.
Yeah,
Good-
you said it, girl.
good stuff.
Oh, so good to hear you, Kathy. Thank you for showing up. Yay. Yep. Great. One more. What'd you learn?
So stop overthinking and overanalyzing, which is pretty popular in a lot of us, including myself. And what I
Not me, no.
what I
I'm
do.
the opposite, man. Like sometimes people around me say, calm down. You don't have to do it right now. Just let's think about it. I'm like, no. We'll do it. If it doesn't work, we'll change it. I mean, either extreme is not good, but you got to take action. So,
Yeah.
So you said that was something you learned. Now, What are you
Mhm.
gonna do? Like, how, I mean, how is what I said, which I'm sure is not the first time you heard it,
Act more,
huh?
and be more active,
Sense
be
of
more
urgency.
present.
You know, that sense of urgency, like it's now or never. It's now or never. And it
Now or
is. I mean,
never.
life is now. It's like, so right now, there's no such thing as, oh, not even in a minute or 2 minutes. Like every second counts. And so what are you doing right now? Because that's the only thing that matters. This takes away this procrastination syndrome of always later. You know, it's having a sense of urgency. Remind yourself of that continuously. Okay, it's a habit.
Mhm.
It's just a new habit.
Yeah, I'm just now, it's crazy. I'm just now building momentum from like getting so much. I feel like when it comes to prospecting, like people get stuck in their mind from rejection. And if you push through that rejection, you just turn into like a machine and it's awesome.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so far, I mean, that's what,
That prospecting machine makes you a fortune.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and you're helping people too, because you do a great job, all of you. I trust that you do. And homeowners need more agents like all of you, because the average agent out there, it's not good for our industry. And I feel like a sense of responsibility. It's like real estate agents have such a bad reputation. I'm not surprised by that. So us actually doing what we're supposed to do, we're helping change that. And that's exciting.